Here is a vision of you with ultra-high self-discipline. I hope this is useful for you on your path. So it starts out with you becoming very observant of your own mind. When cravings come up, you see them, you label them, and you systematically turn them down. This is easy for you because you spend no time thinking, fantasizing, or considering. You just take the action and you move on. And it's you doing this simple act that creates a pattern of behavior. It exercises your self-discipline and forces you to train that willpower muscle. Over time, you begin to strengthen this muscle, and you strengthen it so much that you start to recondition your own mind. You become more mentally robust and strong-willed. It becomes a pleasure for you to, as David Goggins would say, conquer your inner bitch. You begin to love the feeling of having control over your desires, and this makes you feel very empowered. You know yourself. You know what desire feels like. And by this point, you are too aware to get lost down a path of pleasure that ends up nowhere. You listen to your inner wisdom and you move on always. Doing all of this work on yourself, your discipline, it begins to compound. You find yourself denying PMO every single time the cravings arise. And this begins to add up. You feel the power you're giving yourself. You feel the confidence building up inside. You feel the momentum driving you forward. Finally, you are quitting this soul-sucking addiction and are purifying your inner world. You feel clean, you feel free, you feel happier than ever. You even quietly say to yourself, you know, I'm not sure if I ever want to go back. This is when you know things are getting real. Your will, your focus, and your discipline all are indestructible because you have done this one very important thing. You have decided not to go back. And this is something that you bind to unequivocally. You stay true to your word because you care. You respect yourself and you respect your desire to level up in life. You're not going to let your lower self impede your progress because you are bigger than, smarter than, and wiser than your lower self. And deep down you know this. It's nothing new. Your higher self in many ways is your only self because it's only what you identify with that counts. Don't expect your lower self to go anywhere, but do expect your identification with your lower self to cease, to be consumed by a volcano of deep discipline, growth, and development. This change, this new way of living, it's going to pry open your comfort zone. You're going to expand yourself and what you think you're capable of doing. It won't be easy though. But you don't want it to be easy. You want to change legitimately. And that requires suffering, busting through inner resistance, letting go, and facing yourself and all that you contain. Even when you feel low, weak, distracted, or depressed, this vision of yourself, your vision of yourself, is what you come back to. It will be the fuel, the very fuel that you use to unlock and reactivate your self-discipline. You will remind yourself that you are on a mission here, man. And nothing is going to stop you but yourself. So get out of your own way and start living, man. When you're on your own and engaging with cravings seems like a good idea, in steps your self-discipline. When easy pleasure seems kind of tempting, in steps your self-discipline. When you've consumed some alcohol and you've lost perspective, in steps your self-discipline. It's not a conditional thing, it's unconditional. It doesn't care what's going on. It's not going to waver or fold because of temporary circumstances. Nothing temporary could ever come close to rocking this. It's just too deep-seated within you for it to wobble or shake under any kind of pressure. Detached and disinterested is how you will feel when you experience these cravings. Remember, desire is normal. Desire is okay. But believing in or succumbing to cravings or desires without a shred of mindfulness is what gets you in trouble. It's what sets you back. You must stay aware, stay alert, meditate, practice observing yourself. Never in your entire life have you ever lost the ability to observe yourself. Anchor yourself in your awareness and use it to watch your mind and become non-attached to the content of your thoughts. And finally, use the energy from this video to remind yourself to stay on the path and to reinstate your high self-discipline. If you enjoyed this video and you would like more, then please do subscribe.